Hi, my name is Cheryl Dorsey, and I am creator and founder of You're More Than Their Mother, and I teach entrepreneurial moms to reclaim, realign, and rebalance their lives and go after their dreams. So I think today the name of this topic specifically is, are you being held hostage by the standards of others? So I know that hostage is a strong word, but I really believe that it is the appropriate word, because anything that's holding you back from doing something that you really do want to do, but fear of another person's judgment or their opinion of, really, to me, it's no different than being held hostage, right? So there are really just some invisible bars around you or chains, whatever the worst imaginable is for you. Think that, okay? So I want to start off with this example, really, that happened today, and then really relate this to you in your personal and professional and actually business life. So I was talking to this young lady today about, and it's probably a controversial topic to others, but doesn't matter to me one way or the other, about the Kardashians. So I saw this, and again, perhaps this is old news, but I'm just catching up. I saw this blurb, if you will, about Rob Kardashian and China Black, maybe that's his girlfriend, but China is the name that was on there. They're getting a series. Clearly, they're expecting a baby, and they are getting a television series. And the specifics of that said that they will have a television series with 6 shows, and then it will culminate with the special talking about their birth of this baby. Well, I shared that on a social media page that I'm on, and what I saw in that, because again, the Kardashians can do what they want, just like Sherilyn can do what she wants to do. But my thing, the glaring thing that I saw, and hold up, because here come my children. The glaring thing it is that, hey girls, I'm recording. So the glaring thing it is that I saw about that really is Kris Kardashian. And what I put on there is that Kris Kardashian is a sales and marketing beast. Okay? And when I say beast, I mean that in a good way. She sees an opportunity and she is all over it. She sees that the world is smitten with her children, so you cannot hardly look at them without paying her a percentage to do so. And she, of course, pays her children. She manages all of them. She sets up these deals. She sets up these appearances, these clothing line, anything you can think of. And now she has every single one of her children in the media in some way, shape, form, or fashion. Again, it doesn't really matter to me what we think about them. I'm just talking about the way that she leverages it. And it's really a mindset, right? I think that a lot of judgment is placed on her because they'll say she's exploiting her children, but her children are grown, in my opinion, and they get to do what they want to do. If they want to be in the media or not, she didn't just push them in. They had a choice in it, and everything that I saw, and as much as I follow them, which isn't much. So anyway, all that being said, put that up there, right? And like I said, all I was really glaring or pointing out was the media part. Well, one of the first comments was that she was a pimp. She was pimping her children and she was exploiting them for money. And my thought was this, don't we, and she said, oh, and the one young lady told me, she said, isn't this all about the parents? As a parent, I pray every day that I'm making a decision that it's about the child and not about me. Well, my thoughts towards this were, isn't every decision we make for our children about us to some degree? We have our own standards by which we're raising our children. And the standards that we're using are ones that we got from our parents, upbringing, environment, etc. And we are holding them to a standard or pushing them out front in activities, education-wise, in sports, in networking opportunities, in a way that will position them to set them up in what we deem success, right? Whatever that is, whatever you deem success is. Why is it that it comes under such scrutiny and it comes under such a microscope when there's money involved? I absolutely believe that our values can, not our values, but that we can be skewed. Our decisions can be skewed because of money. But what if there are 2 sides to that coin? Not everybody is. What if this is what she deemed as successful for them? They made an agreement with it and said, you know what, I like this, and let's do more of it. And so she shares that with the world. Well, the one girl said, no, that's not how it is. If we listen to our parents more, then the world wouldn't be in the shape that it was in. Well, I refute that heavily. While I feel like I had an amazing upbringing, my mom and dad were something like amazing, and thankfully are still with me and give me great sound advice, in my opinion, that sometimes I take, sometimes I don't. But I feel like we have to stop romanticizing the past. Like, our parents didn't have issues that they brought to the table just like you do. And those issues they used and raised you around them. Well, some of those issues we found out to be their issues, not ours. So we didn't have to be afraid anymore of the things that they were afraid of. We didn't have to be silent anymore about the things that they're silent about. We don't have to be standoffish about the things that they were standoffish. We can speak up more. We get to change our mind. We get to make a new decision. But so often we are held hostage to those standards, and we're holding ourselves hostage in many cases because, again, we're adults now. So we're paying our own bills. We're out here in the world in our own way, but we're choosing to use those old standards by, and we won't move, or we will move according to what it is that they said is the right thing for us to do. And I refute that. You get to make a choice. And what is happening with that in so many cases, not just in things like that, but that's happening in life, because that's a mindset that teaches you to look to the opinion of others for validation for what it is that you do. And if you feel like you'll come up under enough scrutiny, sometimes we just shun away from it because we don't want to go through that. And I just absolutely think that living like that is living below the standard in which you were brought here to live. I definitely was that person. Like I said, I wanted the approval of my mom and dad. I am a daddy's girl to the heart, and as I've grown older, gotten even closer to my mom. So I value their opinion. I value what it is that they think. But ultimately, I don't have to discuss anything with them. They don't have to approve of anything it is that I do. I'm grateful to be in a relationship with parents who love me unconditionally. So I'm not concerned that if I do something they don't like or want me to do, I'll lose their love. I get to do it, and any mistake that's made from it, anything that is lost from it, it's mine to lose. I take full accountability for it and understand that that wasn't mine to start with. So I'm empowered by that. And I'm empowered to know that if I made that decision, I can make a new decision. Right? So I want you to think about that. Think about how you are using that in your personal life. Think about how that's affecting you in raising your children. This is really, really bright. Think about how that's affecting you in raising your children. Think about how that's affecting you in your business. Is it holding you up from starting your business? Is it slowing you down from progress in your business? Because again, we are considering too much the standards and opinions of others. We have to learn to let that go. And I'm so grateful that I do that. Well, I do that with mom and women entrepreneurs every single day. I teach them tools, techniques, and give them different things it is that they can do on a daily basis to release the concern of other people over their lives. Release the need for validation from anyone, without being offensive or combative, or without even being what do you call it? What's the word I'm looking for? Destructive to relationships. Now, sometimes relationships are absolved once you begin to know who it is that you are better, but that's okay. Again, that relationship was for a season, and that wasn't meant for them. So we understand that and we move on. So anyway, I want you to think about that. So whether you are, I don't know if I lost you guys live, but whether you are watching this on a replay or whatever the case may be, I want you to think